9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The mythic archetype of a great ancestral warrior or hero is surely the most popular mythic theme of all time. And yet, thousands of years after the first expressions of the archetype, can anyone rightfully claim to have penetrated the mystery? Even today, despite countless volumes written on the subject, a convincing answer seems entirely out of reach. What human experience could have inspired a worldwide image of a superhero rescuing the world from chaos monsters? That's just one of the globally repeated mysteries. Why the birth of this great ancestor from the womb of a revered mother goddess? Why the exposure or abandonment of the hero at birth? Or the murder or displacement of his father? Why was the god himself so frequently identified as an unerring arrow, sword, spear, or hammer, a weapon that turns out to be a cosmic thunderbolt? Yes, a thunderbolt, but with no similarity to lightning in our sky today. Absolutely nothing makes sense under any familiar references. And yet the themes are so fully connected that one archetypal attribute leads seamlessly to another, then another. There must be an explanation. And yet common beliefs will not permit an explanation. That's the logical contradiction arising from today's accepted stories of human history and planetary history. The problem lies in an unsupported theoretical assumption. The assumption is, as today, so before. Well, that's a trap. It holds our attention on today's uneventful solar system, even as the human record speaks with 1,000 voices for a violent and catastrophic planetary history. In popular accounts, the prominent heroes are quasi-divine, big and strong men who rescue humanity from chaos monsters. One astronomical tradition after another names this warrior figure as the planet Mars. The farther back we go, the more the divine or celestial character of the hero stands out. Such Egyptian warrior figures as Shu or Horus or Amon were originally celestial figures beyond a shadow of a doubt, but later localized through regional storytelling. The same can be said of the ancient Sumerian and Akkadian counterparts, Dumuzi or Tammuz, the Mars gods Ningirsu or Nergal, and even Gilgamesh. Eventually, localized cult practices transformed such figures into legendary ancestors of those recounting the stories. Our answer to the dilemma lies in a testable reconstruction of things never imagined in our time. The reconstruction leads us back to a gathering of planets close to Earth, all events occurring prior to the present organization of the solar system. Planets have not always moved on their present courses. Our subject is the ancient polar configuration, where the warrior hero finds a full and complete explanation in the activity of the dark, reddish, innermost sphere. The planet Mars was the centerpiece of the cosmic thunderbolt. The testability of this reconstruction lies in the contribution of visible forms and explicit sequences of events, all testifying to the global substructure of human memory. What will happen to our understanding of human history if it can be seen beyond any reasonable doubt that the warrior-hero archetype requires celestial events having no parallel in natural experience today? What does it mean when the warrior king on earth symbolically dons as his crown the revered glory of heaven? That event meant the king's conjunction with and marriage to the archetypal star goddess, identifiable as the planet Venus. Many parallel symbols are equally important. Just one example is the identification of the exploding radiance, the essential quality of the star goddess, as the warrior king's shield, mythically his gift from the goddess. That identification magically confirms the local king as an incarnation or avatar of a celestial prototype, the warrior king as mythic protector and owner of the terrifying glory. That's what the word hero literally means. Name any broadly repeated theme attached to the hero archetype. Observe its place in the reconstruction, and you'll find additional themes that are just as explicit. No room for ambiguity or for simply making up explanations. Ask the question, does any popular explanation actually work? In the context of our reconstruction, the required patterns must show up, globally, if the events occurred. We'll follow that logic to further conclusions in our next segment.